So like I said, your goal is for you guys to get the base on the mug and the handle, okay? So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that. First, you're going to grab your mug, hopefully that has your name written on it, and it's just the cylinder. Today, you're going to need just like about a handful of clay, not any more than that. What we're going to do is roll a slab to form the base, and then I'll show you how to either coil or cut slab for your handle, okay? And this is just basic stuff for now. We'll get more to the details of your animal next time. Wedge your clay on your canvas board. Take your 2 tiles like you guys did last time. Place them on either side. We don't need, obviously, as much clay. We're just going to get enough so that we can carve that base out of there. Okay?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Now, if you get any bubbles, can you guys see those little bubbles on there? Okay? That's air. We don't want that in there. If you get that, go to your toolbox and pull out the little modeling knife and just gently poke it. Don't poke all the way through, but just enough so that it releases the air. Okay? So now, I have it about the thickness of the tile. I'm going to take my mug, decide where you want to be the top. You want the part with the name to be the top or the other part, preferably whatever part is nicest. Okay? Then you're going to take that, simply put it onto your slab, and you're going to trace around the bottom portion. Try to be as accurate as you can. Once again, I'm only tracing, I'm not cutting at this point so that I can redraw it if I need to. Okay? So I've done that. Now I'm going to cut all the way through. And like I said, you can feel it because the tool is touching the top of the canvas there. Okay? Then you're going to pop the little base off. I like to flip this over, and so this was going to be my bottom of the mug. Now I'm going to take out my slip and a fork for scoring. I'm going to score the entire rim where this is going to go. Okay? Now, my cylinder's a little drier than yours are going to be just because I left it sit out a little longer, so yours will be even a little easier than this is to do. Okay? Another thing you want to think about that I haven't told you, if you have a lot of your seam still showing before you attach your base, you want to use some tools to smooth that out. You have little green tools in there. They're just little plastic tools. They work really good for that. So take a little slip, put a little slip on your seam, and see how I can just sort of push away the seam. Can you guys see that? All right. Now you want to also do that on the inside as well, and you want to do that before you get to the point of adding your base, because you just can't reach that far down once you have the base on there. So if you see, I'm putting a little slip on this green tool, and I'm pretty much just blending the seam together inside the cylinder. What that does is it reinforces it, makes it a little stronger, okay? And obviously also gets rid of the seam. You don't want to have an uneven surface inside your mug because it's going to make your glaze not stay on very well. It's going to make it possible to chip off, and it makes it hard to wash, okay? If you think about it, all the mugs that you have at home have pretty smooth bases on the inside. So after I do that, I'm going to take some slip, and I'm going to smooth out any of the scratched areas inside of there. Just using my fingertip and just the slip to smooth it out. And like I said, you want to do this before you attach your bottom piece on there. Okay? So, now I'm going to apply some slip to the scored rim on my mug. I'm going to take my fork. I'm going to score around the circle shape I've cut out here for the base of the mug. See how I'm just going around the edge? Okay, can everybody see that? Okay? Don't go too deep, but don't go too shallow either. If you go too shallow, it's going to possibly come off later. Quite a bit of slip to quite a bit of slip. Okay? Now, you're going to have to kind of move it around and see where it fits best, because most of you are going to have a cylinder that's not perfectly round, so it kind of has its own little dimensions. Okay? Once you get to this point, if you push it around, you can see the slip coming through the seam. Can you guys see that over there? That's how you get it to be watertight, okay? If the slip is coming through, that means it's pushing the air through, which means there's no air in there, which means there's no space, and nothing can leak out, okay? So it's important that you gently press this down and turn it, as I am doing, to push all that slip through so we know it's sealed. Once you've done that, then take your thumb, again, holding it and turning it, and just sort of push from that circle shape down. Do you see how I'm doing that? And it's removing the seam. And I just kind of turn it in my other hand on the canvas, okay? All right, so now I have something that looks like this, all right? We're gonna do a little bit more of the molding and stuff. This is when I can get my little plastic tool out again. If I have like a big ridge or something, I can just kind of use that to get rid of it, okay? Now one thing that might happen, and it's happening on this one a little bit, is that this is wetter than this clay, so what it's doing is it's starting to sink down a little bit. If that happens, simply just turn it over and just kind of take one of your tools and just sort of give it a little tap to push it down so you don't have like a concave bottom, okay? All right, so now I have my base attached, okay? Now what I'm going to do is make the handle.